Welcome, absolutely one and all, to the European Sprint Series. Rest in peace, iRacing LeMans Series here at the Nurburgring GP BES/WEC layout. It's good to be here in the hills and bustling tree lines of, well, the Nordschleife. But it's not the Nordschleife. Not today. And it makes me sad. It makes me really sad. A track temperature of 90 degrees. It's going to be a brisk I was trying to say Sunday. It's not a Sunday, it's a Friday. 5 kilometers in length with a track altitude of 620 meters. Partially cloudy with a 12 kilometer southeast or 12 kilometer per hour southwest wind. As I said, track temperature of 19 degrees Celsius, 67 degrees Fahrenheit, and the current time is roughly 18:30 in the evening. As always, Craig King is here to hustle and bustle me around this historic track. Craig, how are things?
Good evening. I mean, well, I'll get the elephant out of the room. Unfortunately, I'm self-isolating once again. The dishwasher fails on me once again. We're here doing this when there's Daytona tomorrow. I don't really care, really. I'm all prepared for Daytona, but we're here. Nordschleife. Not Nordschleife, sorry. Nurburgring. Excuse me. I'm a week ahead of myself. What a historic track. And it's nice to see, I'll be honest, it's nice to see people just taking a moment out of their Daytona practice to come for the broadcast split. 3.2k strength of field for the GTEs. 2.1k for the LMP2s. And 3.3 for the LMP1s, and of course the LMP2s. It's understandable, being that it's one of the most used classes for the Daytona 24 tomorrow, but it still promises to be a very good race because that Benson and Meffy pole on the LMP2s with a 140.892, I think it is.
I think you're correct. We're so used to seeing him in an LMP1 and a high-vis track. Was it a high-vis track that he wore last?
I think it is. I think so, yes. Things have changed, I think. Not entirely sure, but one thing that hasn't changed is the OCM boys out there once again. Sam Blackwood is coming to finish his last lap. Now, this is the fast chicane, as we call it. You know, you've got the slow chicane, you've got the fast chicane. And they're using the fast chicane today. I'm just watching Sam Blackwood. He's going to cross the line and get a P3. It would have been a P2, but Antonin Titus literally crossed the line at the same time, and he's gone on to a P4 now with Taylor Mills. They get a 137.64, and the times now are just flying in for these LMP1 because Luciano Santos throws in a 131.530, and there's Jacobu in classic football style. He comes in for 129.808. But it's still not enough to beat the number one car with Rart, a 129.294.
That's Jan Corps has anything to say about that. Let's see. Let's ride with him for the last half a lap.
Let's watch him as he's coming around. Let's just tell you where he is at the moment. He is coming down the Wallsteiner curve, down to Advanbogen, which is the long back straight, as I like to call it, with a little bit of a kink in it. He'll be coming up to the chicane. Remember, it's not the NGK chicane today. It is that faster one. It ignores the GP chicane. Into the fast chicane he goes. Around to Coca-Cola. Looking pretty good in this Porsche. Yes, that's right. I said a Porsche. Comes across the line with a little bit of boost he's got left. A 129.793. But it's not enough to beat Lennart. But it's enough to get on that front row. So a front row there for Corbs and Lennart. And I'll just mention they're in the mixture of Porsches and Audis today in the LMP1. Something we didn't see last week. It's a mix of everything in the GTEs. Rico Wenzel with a Ferrari leading the way. You've got a couple of Porsches. You've got a Ford. Sorry, let me just say that again. You've got a Ford in the running.
A Ford?
A Ford.
What is this madness?
It's not a Ford GT3. Calm down, Rob. I know you hate them. Calm down. Not a Ford. No, Rob, calm down. Anyway, qualifying is over. So let's just quickly run down those results. As I was saying, Leonard Rod with 129.294 takes pole with Jan Corbs 129.793, and then Yakubu in third at 129.808. Taylor Mills takes fourth. They get a 130.764, and Luciano Santos F will come up as LF, unfortunately, on the screen, 131.530. Antonin Titus, a 131.601. Sam Blackwood, 131.762. Quinton Floor, a 133.063. Jens Peter Latrop Holm, a 133.695. And Alex Salmon, a 135.565. And into those LMP2s, and Benson Mephi pole by almost a second, a 148.92. Followed by Jerome Charvet, a 141.659. Rafael Tamarina, 141.870. And Francisco Luna, 142.178. Juiced Baumeister, 142.737. Rodrigo Garcia, 130.43.374. James Andrew, 145.266. And Gabriel Lafreniere, a 145.947. And there is a lot of GTEs. It's the old days here. Let's go old school with the GTEs. A lot of them. Rico Wenzel, 148.270. Burke Besler, 148.380. Dominic Sisu, 148.569. Patrick Stolhoff, 148.727. Adam Mickelson, 148.762. Marcel Miles, 148.883. And Anthony Morel in 7th, 148.893. Mark Lopes, 149.216. And Neil Cooper, 149.290. Richard Blocker will go 10th, 149.304. And Ronald Rausmeyer, a 149.368. Jose Antonio Fernandez Rubio, a 149.753 for 12th. Nathan Bartley, a 149.862. Giles Smith, a 149.990. Philip Plune, a 150.018. Marco Weidenfellow, 150.178. Mario Hernandez, a 150.691. And the final of the qualifiers, Richard Skrahutinen, a 151.500. That means, yes, we've got 4 non-qualifiers. I'll just quickly run down those. Neil Sachs is a non-qualifier in the LMP ones. And Nate Stefan and Matt Hamner are non-qualifiers in the LMP2s. And Damien Duval is a non-qualifier in the GTEs.
So, predictions.
Audi will just go away. Watch route and watch curves, as they're going to be absolutely destroyed after a few laps with these hot laps. Raidillon TV is the only corner you need, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Nurburgring comes now, and Rat is gone. He has caught everybody napping. He has gunned it. There's going to be a little bit of action. They're very spread out at the back behind him. Who will take the first bit? Well, it's not going to be Yakubu as he starts blinking. Looks like he's going to have curves going around the outside. No, all that blinking from Yakubu is very cool. Chaotic there. Floa has lost a few spots, but I think the LMP2s have started. And they have. Nemefe had taken them into the lead. And is that Tamarina trying to make any late move? It isn't, but right behind him is Baumeister, who is going for some moves. So everything looking a bit clean at the moment for the LMP2s and the GTEs. Wenzel, Bessel, Ciso, Stoffel, Eckerson. Is there any chaos around there? There is a chaos, and that's Miles. And is that Ickerson? No, it's Cooper. And they're a little bit of argy-bargy, but Miles does get through. But wow, that was a late move. Absolutely chaotic there from, not Miles, sorry. That was,
no, I just witnessed the Ford pinched.
Big pinch. That is Cooper getting net-coded from Merrill. Still don't think he should have been there, but it just sets off a chain reaction. Who gets caught up in that? That is Lopez, Ramsner. Who else gets caught up in that? I think that might also be Blocker gets caught up in it as well. A lot of chaos in the GTEs to start with. And still, Yakubu is blinking, by the way. It's not exactly a good look at the front of the field. But that GTE battle is just...
The high-vis jackets are not helping. You know, they're meant to be guaranteeing safety. But they're... Oh no, as soon as I said that.
So there are a few cars at the back of the GTE field that I did not expect to see after that incident, but we'll keep an eye elsewhere. Looks like Burke Besler might have a move on Wenzel. No, it's just not going to be a very good Warsteiner, so that's going to help him. But we're looking at the LMP1s at the moment, and Yeah, a little bit spread out. I'm quite surprised they're a bit spread out at the start of the race. I'm trying to watch Yakubu, and he just blinks everywhere. But Corbs is holding off Taylor Mills at the moment. Can Corbs hold the Audi driver off? I love the sweeping section. I really love this section that they're going through into Valentine, into Ford, and then down into Dunlop Mills. They didn't have a good time of it through there as Corbs continues to pull away. And I think Santos might be having a say here. Remember, they do a little bit of boost out of the Dunlop curve and then go up to the Schumacher S. And yeah, Mills taking a very almost going off there.
That's the only corner you actually need, the Schumacher S.
Yeah, the only corner you call Schumacher S. Nothing else.
Yeah, no, but that's the corner you actually need on the track.
Really?
Yeah, it's such a good corner.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. It's a horrible one to get right. Do not get me wrong, but when you get it right, you get it right. And I was saying, by the way, you know how I was saying how the Porsche. Now we know Rart is a very good Porsche driver, but you've got to drive the socks of a Porsche around here because this has always been off, nerf, dop, whatever it is. No matter what you would do, this is always an Audi track, and Yakubu is already on the bumper of Lennart.
To be fair, Lennart did have a big head start at the start.
He did, and I'm trying to watch this battle, and all I just see is a blinking Yakubu, which is not helping, but these sweeping corners, a lot of boost can be gained on the braking, and that's why we're seeing Yakubu just do, and the Audis just do really well. And unfortunately, you will see Corbs go down the list as well as Rart. It just depends on how good can they be and how quickly can they go. You see Yakubu is able to just put a bit of boost as he comes down of the Ford curve into Dunlop. I'm just seeing they're about 18 seconds away from the GTEs. We haven't looked at them a lot. We haven't looked at the LMP2s. That's because there's not a lot going on in the LMP2s at the moment. The closest battle we're looking at the moment, there is a battle between Stefan and Lafrane, and then a battle between Garcia and Baumeister. But apart from that, it's very quiet in the LMP2s.
Rodrigo Garcia squared, otherwise known as Rodrigo Garcia. He's coming up behind the car number 37 of Just. Oh dear Lord, what is that?
Baumeister. Come on, Baumeister.
I'll just say Just.
All right, fair enough. But he's losing a bit of time through that curve as Baumeister continues to pull. And of course, a lot of slipstreaming battles in the LMP2s today, which is, it's going to be a challenge for any of them. By the way, how is that battle at the front? Because it just continues to go. Is that two RLR guys? That's what I need to see. Is it two RLR guys? Because it is. It's two RLR guys. It's Rart and Yakubu. But why? Why is one driving a Porsche and one driving an Audi? I don't know. But Yakubu is continuing to push.
It's a free racing platform.
It's a free racing platform. 131.834 by Yakubu last lap, and 134.821 by Rart. So they are matching each other, and right in front of them is the first GTE, which is Mark Lopez. Curious to see what happens. And Yakubu continues to blink, and I'm going to call him out for it. Have a drinking game, ladies and gentlemen. Every time Yakubu blinks, you drink.
We would all be very inebriated after about 10 minutes if the current blinking rate blinks per minute. No, it's not beats per minute, it's blinks per minute.
Blinks per minute.
I mean, as you can see, just the advantage of not having that chicane there. Oh my god, it's so much better. Just at least to look at and to drive, instead of having to put the boot into...
This is an overtake. This is an overtake, isn't it? Side by side, Rart and Yakubu. Rat's got nothing. Oh no, Yakubu pinches himself around the outside. Did he make it? This chaos! No, there's a car flipped! There was a car flipped as well! Was that the leader? There was a car on its side and it was Miles! Miles was flipped!
Rart is also gone! Rat's also gone!
Leader Wenzel was taken out as well, side by side, with a GTE that was busted. The leaders took themselves out on the grass, and Yakubu had nowhere to go. Look at this chaos in the replay.
Oh, poor Yakubu. I mean, he sent it on the outside, so he was just trying to play it, he's not going to make the corner, so it's like, oh yeah, I'll just use the slip road. He comes around. What's up for it? Oh no!
But the chaos caused by that incident with the lead GTEs, Wenzel and Betzler. I have no words. That the lead GTEs have changed position, and we've got Stolhoff in the lead of the GTEs. But what on earth? So right at the back of the field, Jan Korbs is leading, and Taylor Mills is on the charge. So, oh, Taylor would not do that. And Taylor backs out of the chicane. That is Nathan Butley in front, having to slow down. Thought they could make that move and could not. But Taylor Mills, they hold on. So we're going to have a battle between a Porsche and an Audi. Just not the two Porsches I was expecting. You know, the two cars I was expecting. So, Korbs, Mills, Salmon, Santos. That's it. And also, like, we've got to look at the GTE, sorry.
You were about to say you said GT3s.
I said GT3. We've got a battle between Stolhoff and Nicholson. It's not the two cars we thought we'd be battling, but it is a Porsche battle now. The two Ferrari took themselves out, a la Vettel and Webber in the Red Bulls, and now we've got two Porsches battling.
Webber?
Webber and Vettel. Remember the Red Bulls at Turkey? Webber and Vettel took
What, the
themselves out.
Multi-21 incident?
No, not the Multi-21 incident. Turkey. Turkish Grand Prix. They took each other out.
Yeah, but I mean, like, everybody remembers the Multi-21 incident, right?
No, I remember Turkey more than Multi-20. I remember both, but I remember Turkey.
Well, yeah.
I was listening to Multi-21 on the radio, I'll have you know. Anyway.
I watched that on TV. That was weird. That was when I became a questioning Vettel fan.
Questioning Vettel fan. Well, we'll keep keeping eyes on the LMP2s. Unfortunately, nothing is happening at the moment. You can see Nemefi, Charvet, Tamarina to top three. Alex Salmon has caught up really to the back of Taylor Mills' car right now. And I would not be surprised if Salmon gets a good run out of the final curve. He does not. Mills, they get the better run. So what was a battle for the lead is now a battle for P2 and P3 between Mills and Salmon. And then Korbs literally is just holding on. So, I mean, all my predictions out the window. A Porsche's leading the race. What's going on?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a brief description, by the way. There is a car in the pits. Car number 14, Marcel Mules. Oh, Mules. Oh, that's so hard to say. However, he was the most unlucky, well, apart from Yakubu and his teammate, one Lennart Rart. The three of them have been extremely unlucky. Ishmael going around the outside, taking the safe route. A Ferrari backs up into him. Marcel is coming around on the outside, taking, you know, a nice safe line. His car just flips. Contact with another Ferrari that was on the grass, he just flips. And it's just like, what? I threw my hands up in the air. I was like, oh my goodness gracious, what on earth? Like, the three of them, they did nothing wrong. Like, I mean, Yakubu sent it pretty hard, but I mean, he sent it on the outside, which was a safe way to do it. It's a nice big runoff area. He can come around and collect himself.
Right, so we haven't talked about the LMP2s. By the way, Yakubu's in the pits again. And he's got more damage.
No, he's been in the pits all this time. He's been.
Has he? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he did tell. I apologize.
Rico Wenzel also joins him in the pits, as is Marcel, as I mentioned before. He's in the pits. That's side by side action.
Side by side is Mills and Salmon. I thought they're side by side. It looks like Salmon tried to go around the outside and could not make it stick into arena. Now he's got the inside and the exit of arena, but Mills, they hold on, and Salmon's going to have to do a boost here. No, he doesn't, but Mills looks like they're doing a small boost just to pull away. Down they go now. There is an LMP2 right in front. They've got to be careful. That is Lafreni, and then Nate Stefan is there too wide. Who's going to get more boost right here? It looks like Salmon. Mills is on the defense. They come down to Dunlop. Is there going to be a late move from Salmon? No, there is not. And Mills went on the defense, and Salmon takes a wide line. Can they get any boost going on to the Schumacher rest? They can't, and there is a LMP2. Stefan right there. They're going to have to hold off any boost right now as Mills wait to be able to go by. Oh no, Stefan! That's miscommunication in the prototypes. They do get by though, and still we could battle on through Michelin into Warsteiner. They've got a couple LMP2s they'll get by. Who gets on the boost first? It's going to be Mills. Mills will try and get by again. Some more miscommunication. Just need to calm down a bit. The pressure is on. Is that a bookmark though? That's a bookmark. Salmon is bookmarked behind James Andrew and finally gets by but loses half a second as Mills lives to fight another day.
God damn it. The cliches, they're coming hard and fast. Just like this battle is coming hard and fast. However, given the fact that this battle is heating up, as was not expected, mind you, because this would have been the battle this would have been a battle for 5th. Sorry, excuse me. I had a Coke.
Yeah, that's right.
So
the battle for 6th, but it isn't.
Yeah, no, we would have been in the battle for 5th. Discounting the fact, you see, Lennart spun trying to keep tucked in on the inside of the hairpin, and then what happened was his teammate had that unfortunate accident. Yeah,
and also Lennart just set the fastest lap. He just went purple for 1:31.8.
Yeah, the man's eating it. Yeah, okay. I mean, he's gonna yeet it.
The man is yeeting it, just like Alex Salmon is trying to get by in Mills. They are yeeting it around at the moment, just trying to find spaces and gaps and hope for traffic. And at the moment, there's no traffic. Oh, there's no traffic. Jan Kroos has gone past one LMP2, but Mills is going to meet that LMP2 as they come to the chicane. Salmon can't do anything at the moment. Just going to have to wait for a mistake as they come through the chicane. 2 different lines. Really like the different lines there. And Salmon using all of the curb as he can, especially on the exit. Finally, here comes that LMP2 that go through. Now, what is the boost battle between these two? They're probably on equal boost, but I do see Salmon using a bit more at the moment, or just getting a better exit as they close up. A late move, not possible. So into arena they go again. So, what can they do? It's not going to be side by side this time. I think it might be a bit of a quiet period for those two. We'll have to keep an eye out though, because I want to see. Oh no! Yeah, you're right.
I want to see this. Antoine Morel II versus Adam Isaacson. There we go. Isaacson. Ford catching up to the rear end of the Porsche as they come through. Well, is it a chicane or is it just...
I think it's still called a chicane.
I know they have some weird, really German names for all of these corners, so I'm not going to even try to pronounce it. I mean, the Schumacher S is all I know. I mean, that's all anybody needs to know is the Schumacher S. Ooh, that Ford looking on the inside of Adam. Car number 9, fending off the car number 17 now. 25th position overall was 5th for the Ford, so the Ford has caught 2 positions on, you know, one obviously at the battle
Big
at the beginning of the race. You know, one at the beginning of the race was, unfortunately, they squeezed and they squeezed, and they're squeezing a bit too much. Ford could go nowhere. I mean, if you could go anywhere, you go on the grass, but I mean, that's a different tale for another day. He's going to try and see if he can get past Adam now. They were doing similar lap times, but the Ford is actually about half a second faster. He's 148.871 ballpark. Isaacson with a 149.434 on his last lap. So interesting to see how this shapes up as they come through past the Schumacher S onto the back end of the circuit.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just keeping my eyes out elsewhere as we keep watching this battle. Half a second is the gap. Not much they can do at the moment. It's just really just save your fuel and just see what you can do. The Ford is also a very tricky car, especially on the braking, especially when they come to the S right here. So just having to hold on and just basically just don't push.
Battling around traffic, starting to interrupt. That is a absolute bookmark end That is Alex Salmon going around the outside of Taylor Mills as they come up towards the... Ooh, coming towards...
Did he make it? Oh, even Mills made it. Mills, they made it as well, but cannot get past Schmidt, and they do get by, but that gap there, Mills loses.
Here's a replay. Now he had it made. Salmon closing the door, saying to Mills, "Why don't you sit behind that Corvette there? I'll take second position. Thank you very much."
Late move, and it was very interesting to hear the team radio because Alex, I think it must be mind games because Alex was saying let's keep it safe, and then went for that late move to try and bookmark himself, try and get that bookmarking, and I'm not exactly sure. It's don't send it. Are you silly? I'm still gonna send it on himself. I think.
Are you kidding me? I'm still gonna send it. By the way, replay of Luciano Santos F losing 2 positions. Sam Blackwood. Oh, crikey! Sam Blackwood and Antonin Titus going at it, coming up to they're in the Mercedes arena. And that replay. Oh, I can see why. Oh, crikey! That's a lot of damage to the front left of that car.
Which car? Sorry.
Luciano Santos F, car number 23, or LF as our.
Oh yeah.
Our display
I see what you mean. Yeah,
shows
I
us.
see what happened there. I know Sam Blackwood had a netcode kill on one of the GT3s. GTEs. I've done it again! On one of the GTEs earlier in the race, but he does get past Titus, and Titus needing to keep battling, unable to catch up at the moment. So, Salmon's now in front of Mills. They're just going through traffic, and of course they've got this battle right now between Morel and Ickerson to get by, as that's Corbs just leading the charge. If Salmon can just navigate the traffic and puts himself in between there, if he can navigate the traffic, he might be able to start pulling away from Mills. And that's exactly what he's doing now. Is Mills, they've got no answer at the moment. And yeah, Salmon's just going to try his best. If he puts one car in front of, in between himself and Taylor, then that's fine. Then he puts another car. Then puts another car. So, very interesting to see.
Like Salmon half a second slower than Taylor Mills was on that last lap. He's actually caught up. He's caught up to what exactly? Oh no. Alex Salmon apparently was 0.2 of a second behind Jan Corbs on my timing screen. That ain't correct. That ain't correct.
Well, the gap is 2 seconds at the moment, 2.5 seconds.
It read as 0.2. Was everything was correct about the? It just got it got it wrong. It got it wrong.
Oh, and also Titus just making a move on Blackwood. What on earth just happened there? Let me just go in. Looks like a bump and run. They were side by side. Blackwood had to move to the left to get past a GTE, and Titus was not ready for it. Didn't leave any room, rightfully so, holding the line. Bumps into Blackwood. They both go wide, and Titus takes that position back. But while that's happening, Blackwood's gone, thank you very much, I'm going to take that back. Actually went around the outside of the S's to take Anton Titus. What? You don't overtake a guy on the right before coming to the braking of the S's like that, Alex. Sam, I mean, sorry. What a move.
I think he said, yes, I can, actually.
What do I know? I'm just a commentator.
Yeah, what do you know? 2 plus 2 is equal to 3, maybe?
2 plus 2 is 4 minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths. Good enough here?
God damn it. God damn it.
Right. Well, Santos unfortunately did go into the pit to get that fixed. He is now out of the pits. There are 30 minutes remaining. I think he might need to pit again. Don't quote me on that.
Big old train here going on. So train of 3 for the battle for 7th position. 7th, 8th, and 9th are separated by 1 second. 7th is Philippe Plun, Richard Blocker in 8th, and Roland. I'm sorry. Is Roland Ramsor's name? The first 2 letters are capitalized.
Have you ever done that when you start writing something with capitals and then you just forget? You don't hit the shift. Yeah.
It's now. I'm just so tempted to say Rutland Ramsor.
Oh no! Don't be mean on the man. Don't be mean.
But anyway, Rutland Ramsor. Ramsor. He's
Does
actually.
that mean I have to go Jerome Chavez? Just
No.
saying. Do I have to do that? No.
No.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but
Chavez.
I mean.
Come on,
Dilemmas.
you put
Dilemmas.
yourself into a corner doing that. Come on, you put yourself into a corner.
I did. I can have fun. I can either have fun saying Rutland, or I can hear Charvet in my ears.
Jerome Chavez.
Yeah, shouted very, very loudly.
Anyway, the gap between them is a second and a half, by the way. Bloom and Blocker's got a second between them, and Ramsner is just about half a second behind that. So they're just following the train at the moment. By the way, it's 7:05 sim time, still 19 Celsius. They're using a sim time at the 4th of January this year. So it's
cold?
very cold.
She cold?
Actually, I don't know. Shouldn't it be covered in snow at this time of the year around here?
Yeah, but iRacing doesn't know what snow is.
And yet, I remember first ever taste of this track was on Project Gotham Racing, and they had this track and the Nordschleife, and then they had a snow variation for both of them, where it was literally you drove on the snow. Now, come on, how cool is that? Not as cool as what has happened to Alex Salmon. He's in the pits. Has he gone for an early pit stop?
I think he has, as did Sam Blackwood, actually. Sam Blackwood had the same idea. I mean, the window is open, 24 minutes gone, so they're definitely in the window. So,
you know what? I think I realise why. I think this is the tactical move, because look where Jan, look where Taylor, and look where Antonin is right now. They're coming up to the LMP2s and the GTEs. So I'm thinking, because Alex has come out, and he doesn't have to deal with that yet. He's still 20 seconds away from the next GTE. So something tells me that the OCM boys have done a tactical move here and decided it's probably best to just wait.
The 4D chess move, you say?
4D, yeah. Wait, 4D? I thought it was 5.
About 8D. I know a cinema that actually tried playing that off as a real thing. The 8D, the 8D experience. 8 dimensions.
8 dimensions. I have no idea. So it does throw a lot of things up when it comes to
Antonin
gaps now.
Titus in the pits, as is Ne Stefan. He's also in the pits. So the pit pet has run out for one unlucky soul.
Come on. We're using the pipette still. The gaps are pretty spread out for the LMP2s. Like I said, we'll try and update you when anything happens, but it's not looking that good. And there is a small battle at the back of this LMP1 field, because Blackwood's now pitted. He's in a battle against Quentin Fleur and have to pull away from Fleur. And if he gets held up here, this could affect him in terms of his positions. I think Titus is coming out of the pits now, but it's not going to be enough to get past Anton. But he's still 11 seconds behind Alex Salmon. So Blackwood's not having a good time of it today.
I mean, to be fair, he did start 7.
Yeah, I guess. And then you've got adding all the chaos with Rart and Yakubu. So yeah, there is that. I will accept that. What I will accept as well is Taylor Mills is catching Jan Korps. Now, I'm pretty sure we see Jan before, earlier in the season, with a Porsche, shocking everybody. And I think a lot of it, you could argue, with a bit of luck when it came to traffic, but he did have the pace. So, be interested to see what Jan can do when it's something like that. Oh, I feel sorry for Marcel. You know how our leader, Marcel Miles, is in the pit still?
Yeah.
He's due to lose 107 iRating.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah. That is a shame.
You
no
just
words
hate
for-
to see it.
You do. You do. That is a shame. So, no battles happening at the moment, apart from the battle for the lead of the GTE. As Stolhoff has had a bit of a moment and loses half a second, and all of a sudden that 1.5 second lead he had is down. Well, actually now it's down to half a second. As Nickerson for Pantera Esports is catching up right now, and he's catching even more. Dare I say it? Is this going to be an overtake? What's happened? What has happened?
Patrick Stolhoff, he might have had a slowdown. Does he have a slowdown?
I have no idea. But all of a sudden, the three of them are all bunched up by a second.
What's going on?
Stolhoff, Morel, the top three of the GTEs are all together. What is going on?
The three amigos, not in corners, but in track position.
They're not three amigos. They're two Porsches and a Ford. Now, come on, big difference.
Okay, so 2.5 men then.
Are you calling the
half being the Ford because it's got hybrid technology?
the things I'm going to put up with? The things I'm going to put up with.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Wow. Wow, they've got an LMP2 right behind them, and that's Luna. Luna may only get past one of them, but may compromise it, and I know that feeling gets a little, or else just get a little bit compromised with that turning of Luna, a little bit late turning. Luna had to get by both of them. That's the key thing. Oh, Jan is going to take it 3 wide. This is very treacherous. 3 wide into the Dunlop, and they all get through. And it's a good thing they have 3 cars of very speed, and Luna hits the gravel. A little bit of a check-up from Mickelson there. Everybody okay? Everybody okay? Let's reset. Let's keep going. Up the Schumacher S's. Stolhoff gets thrown wide. Mickelson tries to go on the inside. Taylor Mills threads the needle by them. That's one I didn't see coming. And Taylor Mills continues to keep on pushing. Stolhoff just struggling right now against Mickelson. As Morel is right on the tail. Can that Ford make a move? Yeah, it's going to be really risky if that Ford wants to try and make a move right now. He's almost going to get right onto that bumper. What's going to happen here? Might be a bit of lifting. 30 minutes remaining. We're at the halfway stage. Yeah, a little bit of lifting there for the Ford. Stolhoff continued to keep pushing. The gap between Nickerson and Stolhoff is about half a second, and then half that again. And that's the gap between Stolhoff and Morel.
Antoine Morel
Action has started.
He is seeing. I'm going to call it the Candy Crush livery of Patrick Stolhoff. I mean, it's all nice. It's all nice and colorful, but it kind of just looks like the Candy Crush thing. You know, when the candy explodes. I don't know. Maybe it's just
I'm a
me.
boomer. I don't use phone games. I'm a boomer. Talking about Rod, almost backing into the back there. Why do you get? Whoa. Okay, Lennart. I thought Lennart would wait to go on the inside, and nope, round the outside. But look at the time loss there from Stolhoff. Look at the time loss from Morel. Losing time on Nickerson just by that traffic, and the very key fact that they always say that the faster classes loses time when having to get by and having to wait to get by.
Oh no, that is Patrick Stolhoff looking the rear right, or front right, sorry, of his Porker. It's not something that he wants to keep doing because he's going to lose the front end, or lose the tail of Adam Isaacson. And then he'll be in the clutches and under the mercy of Antoine Morel. He can't be doing that. He's done that twice in a row now. And just a slip up again. You can just see the trail, the small trail of smoke coming out of the rear end of, Patrick Stolhoff's car as he was coming around the hairpin, or the 180-degree turn at the end of the first half of the track, coming around Coca-Cola. Not too much issues, but I mean, he's got to figure out his brake bias or something, because I think he's using the brakes a little bit too hard, and the fronts are locking up. Let's see if he does it again. He doesn't do it again now, coming into the Mercedes arena. Yes, I say Mercedes.
Oh, you said Mercedes? So he goes from Hog Hacking into Mercedes.
Yes, Mercedes. Yes.
Adam, are you here? Adam Christo, you here?
I know it's Mercedes. I know it's Mercedes. How to say things somewhat incorrectly. Mercedes Arena.
Oh my God.
Nordschleife.
Ah! Ah!
Udi.
Oh, you've gone too far. You've gone too far. Neil Sachs is in the middle of these three cars and finally gets past him. Oh, there's Alex Salmon. Whoa!
Ooh,
Alex Salmon with a
the
little bit of
weave.
yeah, and he makes up the hill with no issues. That's fine. Right, Alex Salmon's pitted. Neil Sachs has not pitted. And Salmon is about to push. And Taylor Mills is in the pit. They are in the pits right now. This is going to be interesting because I think Salmon is going to get a big lead. Let's just see. Where's Mills? In the pit. They are at their stop now. No, they've missed their box. They've missed their box. They were too far back. Salmon's going to come around the final corner. There's Neil Sachs going very wide as well. Salmon will come by. That's a massive. No, Mills is out now. Salmon comes out. Salmon's going to just keep the lead. Well, keep the advantage over Mills. And also overtake Neil Sachs. So now Mills is going to be working against a car that has not pitted yet. That's not going to help them as they're trying to continue to battle Salmon. Gap's only a second. Now, I seem to recall the gap was just a little bit bigger when Salmon went into the pits first. So Alex has lost a little bit of time there. Jan Korbs continues to drive and he just gets held up again. More traffic holding him up.
The way you said that, he just continues to drive. Apart, like, what's the alternative? Reversing?
No, you can't reverse, can you? That'd be against the rules. You get black flagged.
What if you go off? Oh, crikey! What if you go off the track? That's just the answer. That Richard. That's just. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but I actually just cursed the man.
You cursed the man without even saying his name?
Yeah, I just looked in the general direction. Oh, I see what he did. He missed. Oh!
That is not what you want to see. I think that LMP2 went into the pits, so that's not a bad thing. No, that wasn't LMP2. That was home.
Yeah, that was an LMP.
Peter.
Yeah,
that was Jens. Did he actually? Did he got hit and just made it into the pits? Wow, he did.
Just about.
Wow. Fantastic. I tell you what, though. This three-car battle right now, Salmon, Sachs, and Mills. Very interesting. I'll say why it's interesting. We've mentioned it. Neil Sachs has not pitted yet with 25 minutes to go. Mills has to get by to keep this battle up with Salmon, and is unable to.
To cut across, we still have that battle. Patrick Stolov and Antoine Morel. Antoine Morel looking to run the inside of the Porsche coming through Coca-Cola. Oh, does he? Some late braking from Antoine. Does he get it? Does he get it? Does he seal the deal? He sealed the deal. He's now coming up into second place. Patrick Stolhoff has gone down into third. That one mistake that he made about 10-15 minutes ago, it's now snowballed into losing another position. That is a LMP1 Audi, or Audi. Can't fit.
All right, Jan Korbs in the pits. Jan Korbs in the pits right now. Rart still to pit, but Korbs in the first of the Porsches in the pits right now. Where is Alex Salmon? This is the crucial battle. Oh, Alex Salmon's nowhere near. Oh, wow. Alex Salmon is definitely nowhere near. He's just coming up to the chicane. And Korbs is going to be out the pit very shortly. Korbs in the pit right now as Salmon still has to get around the final corner. And watching my bar go yellow, from red to yellow, we'll see. Salmon on the start-finish straight. It's yellow right now. Korbs is going to be coming out of the pit. Salmon is coming down the straight. Who's he going to see? That is, yes, yeah, Korbs is the front by a second. A second and a half more or less. And that is... Oh, no! Salmon! Salmon, no! Salmon taken out! Salmon hit! Going around the corner by the GT. That is Richard Shelton. Richard Shelton. Now, did he lose control of the car? I think he lost control. Yeah, a little bit of a little bit of tyre.
Oh,
Little bit of tyre.
bang. On there it is. We saw it in looking back towards Alex Salmon from Jan Korb's view, and he would have seen that in his mirrors. That is not good. That is a lot of damage on that poor car. He's just going to try and nurse it around now and try and see if he can keep going. Does he actually have damage?
It would not surprise me if he's got... Yeah, he's got massive damage on that front left. Because the initial hit that spun him around with, of course, the damage going into that LMP2 as the cushion was what did it. And just massive damage now on that front left. And that is a shame. So at the moment, with Jan Korbs coming out the pit, there is a 5-second lead between Korbs and Mills. And actually, that's not good. Hang on, is Mills going to make the move at the chicane? No, sorry. So basically getting held up behind Sachs has hindered Mills, because look at the gap that there was between those Porsches and the lead Audi at the time, which was Taylor Mills. They've just lost time right now. They've lost time to the Porsches, and Mills is still trying to find a way around Niels, and just struggling. A 136.3, sorry. Rart did a 134.1. Niels did a 136.1, and Korbs, of course, has just done their outlap, so we can't really tell. But this is looking like the Porsches are going to get through here. I'm hitting the wood. I'm touching the wood, knocking on wood, whatever you say in your countries.
So you're hitting wood, touching wood, and knocking on wood at the same time. That's impressive. The only thing that you get here on Raidillon TV is impressive commentary. So stick around and like, subscribe. That's the end of shilling.
You're shilling? Okay.
That was such a bad shill, I'm not gonna lie. Because the only thing that we're good at is making mistakes.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I'm getting names wrong.
Oh,
that is the... Sorry. Professionally. And I can't even give a straight face.
I'll give a straight face, because Morel almost got into the back of Ickerson, and the gap between them is pretty much close right now. There's a LMP2 going a little bit wide through Mercedes Arena, but the gap is 0.3 between Ickerson and Morel, and the Ford never looks fast. When you watch the Ford, it never looks fast, but this thing is driving on the raggedy edge of whatever is on that car, and wide from Ickerson. They're going to be almost going side by side. The Porsche's got a bit more speed. There could be some late braking down into Dunlop for Morel. This is the lead of the GTE, side by side. And Morel does make it stick, but he's overcooked it. Ickerson has to slow up though, because Morel's parked on the apex. Morel holds on to it, but hold on. Ickerson thought about going 2x2 up the Schumacher Rest. Decided against it. The Pantera Esports car is now trying to find a way. Morel goes to the inside, now to the middle. Ickerson, he goes for a late move. No, stays behind.
And look who's come back. Look who's come back. That's Patrick Stolhoff. He's actually come all the way back from a second and a half behind the two of them. And now he's cut right up to the end, to the rear end of Adam Isaacson. Is it Isaacson's turn to feel the burn and go back to third place? And do we see that happen? Do we see a role reversal? A no you being put down on the deck? Do we see that happening? Let's have a look. That is Antoine Morel. And that's sailing off into the distance. And that's Adam Isaacson. Under trouble from Patrick Stolhoff. Stolhoff with an absolute screamer coming back towards the rear end. He was actually the fastest out of the three of them. 149.475 compared to Antoine Morel. 149.710. Adam Isaacson, a 157. 1 second or greater slower than the two others that I mentioned. Car number 17, car number 10, the car number 9 over there. He needs a battle. That is Patrick Stolhoff. He's losing the rear end again. He needs to focus coming through Mercedes Arena. Submit somewhat incorrect names to Raidillon TV, please. As we go for another round.
But yeah, another round, and Stolhoff almost lost the toe there. Zickerson is now just trying to battle Morel, and it's hard to be chasing a Ford. It's just, like I said, the Ford never looks fast, but boy, is it fast today. It's really showing its worth around here, around Dunlop. Almost like the back of Morel's car was a bit sliding there, but just nope, just holds on to it. And if Ickerson struggles to get by, then it's gonna. Ooh, Oh, Alex with a very interesting move going up the S's there. And that actually does hold up Hickerson, and he's losing time now to Morel because he had to take a different exit out of the Schumacher S's, but Stolhoff's not able to capitalise on it. And a bad Warsteiner there from Morel just allows Hickerson to catch up again. It's going tit for tat, blow for blow. One makes a mistake, the other one then gets held up. One gets held up, the other one makes a mistake. And while these two are just, well, Hickerson's trying to catch on to Morel, Stolhoff's just like, I want in. I want in.
And he sees them. Not much he can do. He sees them. That's the main thing. All he has to do is just sit there and wait. Two of them going scrapping at it, and that is Antoine Morel going wide, coming into the hairpin Mercedes arena once again. Does Patrick Stolhoff correct his mistakes? He does this time around. He's not made the issue happen 2 times in a row, or 3 times in a row. Sorry, that's Pantera Esports. Oh, that is a very wide line from the. Oh, the Ford's under trouble, going very wide, coming through the exit of the Mercedes arena. Mercedes.
Not going to be able to beat down Valverton. Nothing for Valverton. By the way, while we're watching this, we did see Rart in the pits and Taylor Mills. They did take back They didn't take back. They did claim P2 away from Rart. They're in a battle themselves, and they're actually coming up to the back of these 3 cars. They're still 3 seconds away from them, so a little bit of breathing space from Morel Wilkinson and Stolhoff as they continue now. They'll go up the S's and they'll get to Michelin, and then you've got to start thinking to yourself, maybe it's time to start thinking about some fast cars. Mills looks like they want to go around, so if Mills can get a bookmark, while we're watching these 3, Mills trying to get a bookmark, going to hold up Stolhoff though doing this, unfortunately for Stolhoff, and no bookmark. Now what about into Warsteiner? Oh, you could see that Rart wants to get onto this. Now let's leave these GTE, because Rart is trying to battle Taylor, but there's nothing. There's nothing you could do against an Audi if you're a Porsche on that back straight. Real good speed and grip through the chicane. Gain some time. Really late braking. Wow, Rart's making me eat my words. But now they get to the straight. I think it's going to be bye-bye, and it's going to be the Audi. No, it isn't. Rart is holding on. Is there going to be a late move? Mills have to go defensive. Rart's admitted. That's it. And, yeah, Mills holds on. Over, under for Rart. That little bump there, not helping. Side by side into Mercedes. Nothing. And they go side by side again. No, almost touching.
Ooh.
They do. And that was netcode. And they're both off. Wow. And that was netcode, but
let's see that again, because that was so weird.
I'm sorry, but
how does a car iRacing? Hello.
I'm gonna keep looking at this, and the ones in the 2 big accidents we've seen today, the ones making claims that it's the other car's fault, I do not agree with, and I do feel, I'm sorry if Taylor's gonna watch this back, I do feel that there has to be blame both sides here, and the more I look at this, the more I think to myself, yeah, Rart cannot see how close they are. And Taylor just...
not again! Oh...
Wow, and yeah. And
that is one very broken Audi. I've never seen an Audi with a rear ring and the shark fin. But oh dear, that looks it's odd. If I'm gonna be honest.
Hey kids.
Do you know the
kids? Never listen to the radio, because
radio killed the radio star.
Today. I should have muted the radio today and forgot to.
Wait, what do you mean?
The driver's radio. I forgot to mute the driver's radio.
Oh, did you not do that?
I mean, I've got a button, but I forgot to hit the button, and my version is.
Did you hear some naughty naughties?
I heard some naughty naughties.
Meanwhile,
speaking of naughty naughties, the GTEs are in the pit. Morel has the lead. Ickerson's still second, and Stolhoff's still third. But the gap is going to be 0.3 between Morel and Ickerson. No, 0.5. And it's going to be right bumper to bumper between Ickerson and Stolhoff. So those two are in a battle, and Morel's just gone sayonara. I'm a Ford, and I've got a big gas-guzzling engine.
It actually doesn't. It's a V6, isn't it?
I know, but it's the joke.
Well,
it's the joke.
You're thinking of the cursed Ford. Yeah, I said it. The cursed Ford.
The what?
The cursed Ford. The Ford
What about
GT3.
them? Yeah.
They're the actual gas guzzlers. These aren't.
I don't want to talk. I don't want you talking bad about my Ford.
You keep. Okay, let me. While we're having a lull in the battles, right, let's settle this debate.
Low in the battles? Have
Well,
you not seen the battle for P2 and the LMP1s?
Yeah,
I mean, we've lost the P2 guys, and we've got new P2 guys.
Oh, crikey.
It's Blackwood and Titus are now battling.
Ooh,
And is that going to be a late move from Titus? No.
Antonin, tucked in. He wanted to make the move. Very last minute, decided against it. So he's keeping his Audi out the way. Jan Corbs, by the way, he's 20 seconds ahead of everybody else. I think he's got that one in the bag.
Sorry, I'm just watching Titus just going through. I do apologise. Yeah, lucky on wood. There's a 20-second lead there for Jan Corbs, and with 11 minutes to go, it really is a case of he's the one car that stayed out of everything. It's simple as, and I know, I'm downplaying the Porsche, but like I said at the start of the race, bop, nerf, boost, boost. Whatever
Buff.
you do to the bop, whatever you do to these cars, this track will always be an Audi track, and it's just not. And to be fair, Corbs was getting pressured, but Jacobu had an accident. Blackwood had an accident. Mills had an accident. Everyone's had accidents, and they've taken themselves out. I call it how I see it, Rob. Corbs, with no offense to Jan, he's driven fantastic. He's locked into the leader spot here. He is Olivier Panis. That's right. I'm throwing a '96 Monaco Grand Prix reference at you.
Didn't he win that one?
Yeah, he locked into the lead spot.
Wasn't that because that everybody else retired?
Yeah,
that was the race that nearly everybody was just like, I'm not gonna have a working car today.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That.
I mean, to be fair, what a track for that to happen on, though. So, like, everybody's dream is to win at Monaco. And then you just have this man called Olivier Panis going, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Oh, I'm winning? Oh, I won? Hello?
Well, speaking of winning, we've had a request for Bentz. Yeah, Bentz is still there.
Bentz is leading by 23 seconds now.
Let's just put it like this. There has been no battles in the LMP2 class all race. We've had one retirement, that was Tamarina. We've had a couple.
No, he's back out. He's back out.
Yeah. But he's 6 laps down to Benson Murphy. But there's no battles. There is no battles whatsoever in this race in the LMP2s. That's why we've not looked at them, unfortunately. It's a shame. But I do like them.
Yeah, I think it's just unfortunate with the way that the traffic has gone. I think that the LMP2s were just sort of like in their own bubble. So, and also that's
the way it goes. Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious, Antonin Titus. He's using every single part of the track and a little bit more to go on the inside, on the exit of the Mercedes arena. And I don't think he wants to break away from Sam Blackwood whatsoever. I think he wants to keep with him as best he can, anyway.
How close? Oh, I tell you what, Titus almost was touching the back of Blackwood's car there. 8 minutes remaining. And can Blackwood get by this LMP2? The LMP2 gives up the ghost. Hamden knows that there's no one there. Look at the speed that Titus is taking out of those corners into Warsteiner. Loads of speed. You would not think that we're not 50 minutes into a race. I know it's 19 Celsius, but he's really saved those tyres. And he's just getting so much speed on the exit of corners. Can't do anything about it because Blackwood is not getting that speed. And he's forced to make the check-up moves. Watch this again. Really good speed out of the final turn. In the boosting, there's nothing you can do. And I've got to feel that Titus has a lot of speed here. But what can he do? And this might be the blessing. Because here comes the lead GT3s. God, I almost tripped over my own words again. Stolhoff has lost the toe. But Morel and Ickerson are still battling. And Blackwood and Titus have to get by both of them. And I don't like this one bit. I do not like this one bit. They do get by safely. I can breathe a sigh of relief right now. It does mess up both their lines. Can Titus again? I wanted to see the speed he gets out of these corners. Oh man, he's almost on the back of Blackwood. Can he make a move? He can't make the move. And in fact, I think Titus just decided not to use much boost there. That was interesting. He decided to hold off the boost just to give himself a better chance around here. 7 minutes remaining. 39 laps. They're on lap 34, just to give you an idea. Last lap, 33.043 for Titus. 33.050 for Blackwood. I love how I checked that because if I looked at the rounding up, it would have been 33.1 and 33.0. No, that is not a tenth. That is a hundredth. And they continue to battle. Surely at one stage, Antoine has to make this move. He's just got the speed and the grip.
And well, it depends. Does he make it 5 minutes from? Does he make it in the next lap or 5 minutes from now when he's got much less time to actually have to defend?
Oh, he's got more boost. He had more boost. You see, he had a bit more boost. Blackwood's been forced to counter boost the moment he crosses the line. Titus wants to go for a late move. Is he going to make it? No, Blackwood's already turning, and he might lose the time. Actually, Blackwood's compromised. Making that late move, Blackwood's compromised side by side into the arena. Titus around the outside. Anthony Titus take back P. Well, take P2. Is there a response from Blackwood? There is not. And this is what I'm really curious to see. Does Blackwood go for the boost? Does he overboost right now? And he is trying, but there's nothing. What does Titus do? Because we have seen how good Titus is getting speed out of the exit of these corners. It might help him. Through they go. Through to Valverton and forward. And Blackwood's got some boost. A bit of defense there from Titus. Blackwood has to go around the outside of Dunlop. Can't make it stick. Can't make it stick. Can he go over under? He can't. He's gone off. Blackwood's on the gravel. Blackwood's on the gravel. And that might be it with 5 minutes to go. Blackwood's got to continue and now come back from a second down if he wants that P2.
Well, you say that. You say that. Oh, and he got bookmarked.
Yeah, I was going to say, you say that? Yeah, no, I do say that. And it's such a weird move. And I'm thinking, yeah, Blackwood would have been fine. Blackwood would have been fine. I think he may have been worried about, having to catch up and, almost get pushed onto the gravel if Titus took a different line. Oh my God, Anthony Titus getting held up there. This could be the movie we're talking about. Titus held up there from the LMP2 there of Andrew. Side by side to go. Blackwood's got it. Blackwood's got it. Unless Titus goes for a late move, they are side by side into the first corner. Who's going to turn Blackwood into Titus? And Titus does take it, but they're continuing to fight around the outside. Goes Titus, and then Blackwood is there. Look at the move from Titus. He swings straight back at the inside. He's compromising his line, and I don't know if that's netcode replay damage bug, whatever you want to call it, but I think the wing pillar of Titus might be bent right now. On my screen it's showing bent.
It is damaged. Yeah, his rear left, that outermost edge is damaged. Yes, I would imagine.
And that was damaged from that incident. That was damaged from that incident right now. He's going to have to try his best. Look at it. He's gone past 2 cars with boosting, and he's managed to bookmark himself between Blackwood, but Blackwood continues to charge. I mean, we've got a battle in the GTEs, and we're ignoring that because Ickerson cannot catch Morel right now, as we're just watching this crazy battle for P2 in the LMP1. The straight is going to be where the damage is going to affect Titus. What is going to happen right now? Can Titus hold on to it? Blackwood's going to go through the outside, and no! Oh, Sam Blackwood saves it! But he loses P2. But he saves it. And yeah, I don't know who to blame there. And is that Titus giving the position back? No, it isn't. It is. I don't know if that's position back or not.
Oh no, he went way too early to resume the line, and he tweaked the back end of Sam Blackwood.
Oh, what a shame. What a shame. They continue to battle. 2:38 to go. We've got 3 laps to go. They're still going to keep battling because Blackwood's retaken that lead, because retaking that P2. Because what can Titus do? He's just sitting duck on the straights now. Just that one little bit of damage caused from Blackwood, and he's just sitting duck. That is a shame. Because Titus can still battle in the slow corners, in this corner sections. You can see that Antonin is faster than Blackwood. But the moment they get on a straight, Blackwood's gone. Just by that small damage. Such a shame, and they're both struggling to get by. That is Mark Lopez. But they're just, yeah, and you can see when it comes to a bit of a straight, Blackwood is just gone. Let's see, the gap is 0.3. When they come to the chicane, what's the gap going to be? It's going to be about 0.8, I would think. I would not be surprised if it's 0.8. We'll wait and see. Actually, 0.3. No, okay. Okay, that damage isn't affecting Titus as much as I thought it would do. The gap is 0.4, though. I don't think he'll be able to do anything. How about that GTE battle? Because Ickerson and Morel are continuing to battle with Stolhof's gone off. Had a spin the previous lap. And is just holding on to P3. But Morel and Ickerson are bumper to bumper right now as they go up to Schumacher S's.
Into the Schumacher S they go. Antoine. He keeps it nice and straight. The Ford, I feel, is a lot more. It's got a lot less frills. Sorry, excuse me. A lot less frills about it. It's a lot less bells and whistles. It's just, as a matter of fact, kind of car in this race, because it's just going around doing its thing, you know, having a laugh, going, hey corner, hi, how you doing, corner, hey chicane, what's up? Whereas the Porsche is a bit more lively, I think. At least from looking at the footage, I'd imagine that's the case. Because the Porsche is a bit more lively and around the corner. It's a bit more bouncy.
Anyway, right, the GTEs are on lap 33 of 33.06. So you know what that means? They're on the final lap. What about the leaders? Well, they're about to start their final lap. Jan Korbs is taking the white flag. I've talked about Jan Korbs all day, and I have no idea what's going on. In front of him's a battle for, well, what is 7th and 8th between Santos and Fleur. And it looks like the Santos takes it. And I don't think Jan's going to be too worried getting held up between these two as Titus and Blackwood continue to fight as they start their final lap. And Titus boosts. He boosts all the way so he knows that if he boosted that way, he can get an advantage of Blackwood. And then the wing just goes no. So it's going to be a bit of a wait there. So Titus in a battle with Blackwood. Like I said, at the same time, we've got this battle for the GTEs. And in theory, this is their last lap. Just going to be their last lap, maybe. It all depends where Jan Korbs overtakes them. They could have one more lap. But it is the final lap for the rest of, well, for the whole field. Once they see the start-finish line, what can Titus do? Oh, he's almost got into the back of Blackwood, but no! Side by side, he does spin Blackwood! No! And I'm not sure. They're overlap. There's overlap. And they just, I'm not sure. I
mean, where else can Titus go?
Yeah, where else can Titus go? I just don't know. Does Jan Korbs get past the lead GTEs? He does not, but he's going to come around the final corner, and he will take the victory. A Porsche takes a victory at the Nurburgring. Jan Korbs will take the victory. Titus will take P2. Or at least I would think he would take P2. Coming around the final corner, Blackwood has got no response. And Titus does take P2. So, There is still one big battle going on, Rob, and that is Morel and Ickerson. That is the battle that will finish the race.
This is the only thing they're going to be focusing on. Benzema, he will take the checkered flank and win for LMP2. This is it. Antoine Morel II versus Adam Isaacson. Let's get the groove on.
What's going to happen? Now, these guys... Actually, you know what the interesting thing is? Loa had to overtake Forbes to make sure that he could do this last lap battle with Santos. It's not paid off for him, having to overboost like that. It definitely has not paid off for him. I think Luna is also behind them. Luna's got nothing to battle for but just to survive. And just going to make sure they don't put... don't put a lot of... don't ruin this. And that's what Luna's not doing. Luna's decided, I don't need to fight right now. I'm the last car on the track. I'm just going to wait. Morel has the lead. Ickerson is behind, coming down. They are coming down to the final 2 corners to the chicane, and I think Ickerson's run out of fuel.
He has.
Ickerson's run out of fuel.
He has.
That .06. I told you, 33.06. They were 5 seconds ahead. Oh no, this is not good. Can Ickerson coast to the line? Ickerson might lose P2. This is serious. Is that the start-finish line?
I think that is.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
Woo!
He almost ran out of fuel. Almost did. Oh, dear. But Antoine Morel II is your winner for GTE.
Well, from what was a chaotic race, produced some fantastic battles and some questionable battles, and we had the good, the bad, the ugly today in a lower strength of field broadcast split due to Daytona. But Jan Korbs, the Porsche, something's not right here. A Porsche on an Audi track takes the win. 17.5 seconds over Antonin Titus, who had that battle with Blackwood, and there'll be a lot of people talking about that afterwards as Blackwood take P3. Neil Sachs will finish P4, and Rat, by the way, got the fastest lap of the race on the last lap. Did Rat. Threw in a staggering 1:31.281. Alex Salmon comes home 6th, and Luciano Santos F finishes 7th. Quintin Fleur finishes 8th. This could not do anything in that battle at the end there. Taylor Mills finished a lap down in 9th, and Jans Holm finished 10th, 2 laps down. And there were LMP2s racing. We didn't deliberately leave them.
They were on track.
The gaps. Let me just go over the gaps between each car in the LMP2s, and it'll give you an idea. Benz Nemafi wins the race by 33 seconds over Jerome Charvet. Jerome Charvet was 18 seconds ahead of Francisco Luna. Francisco Luna was a lap ahead of Rodrigo Garcia, who was 2 seconds ahead of Juice Bauermeister. Juice Bauermeister was 25.5 seconds ahead of Lafreniere. Lafreniere was 7.5 seconds ahead of Andrew. Andrew was 8.4 seconds ahead of Ney Stefan, and Ney Stefan was 19.5 seconds ahead of Matt Hamner. So that just shows you how very spread out the LMP2s were today. But the GTEs, they weren't.
Yeah, I mean, coming back to the LMP2s real quick, they were just like, hey, we're in our own bubble. Just let us be.
I'm not singing Let Us Be because I can't sing and that'd be a copyright strike. Antonin Morel II finishes the victory for the GTE class in a Ford. Yes, that's not an error. That's a Ford. Over Adam Ickerson. A great battle between the two of them until Ickerson unfortunately ran out of fuel. Race went a lot longer than predicted. Stolhoff finishes 3rd and Cissot comes home in 4th. Then we get Nathan Bartley in 5th. Philip Plune in 6th. Richard Blocker in 7th. And Burke Betzler in 8th. Jose Antonio Fernandez Rubio. I just love saying that. It's a fantastic name. Finishes 9th. Neil Cooper finishes 10th. Chris Smith will be 11th. Mark Lopez is 12th. Damien Duval made up 6 places to 13th. And Mario Hernandez comes home in 14th. Roland Ramsner is 15th. Marco Weidenfeller is 16th. And then 17th is Richard Shahudson. And Rafael Tamarina is that far down. Did not retire. Was just 6 laps down from Benson Meffe. Jacobu, unfortunately, did retire. Was in the same accident as Rico Wenzel and Marcel Mals. So all 3 of those retired at the same time in the same big accident.
And that is your race results. So let's get to shilling, shall we?
Because
I couldn't do it.
You're not gonna want a driver of the day?
Oh yeah, let's get a driver of the day. Come on, let's get a driver.
Let's get a driver of the day. You know, why not? I think Morel, simply put, not because he won the GTEs. No, that was a great drive from Morel. But definitely my driver of the day for Morel. It is Morel in a very chaotic race. But I'll tell you what isn't chaotic. My shilling. I'm on point with my shilling because we know there's not many people watching. We know there's Daytona 24 tomorrow. But if you watched, thank you for watching Raidillon TV. If you like what you see, we're almost at 2K subscribers. You can hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up on the YouTube video for those algorithms. Underneath the video is a nice link to our Discord channel. And also to trackcams22.com, who provide, once again, these fantastic aerial photos and cameras and everything we use. It's fantastic to see. We have Super Chat and a PayPal link if you do like it. Our Twitch, we don't use Twitch, ignore me. Our Twitter and our Facebook and our Instagram, all Raidillon TV. We are back Sunday night after Daytona 24. If you are doing Daytona 24, good luck, everybody. We'll be back Sunday night with Daytona ourselves for the Huskenfeld GT Challenge. Next week, though, you know, I feel like we're going to stay in Germany, Rob. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
next week, European.
I'm feeling a bit of German, you know, just it's home for me for some reason, you know?
I'm just saying, I like the GP circuit, but I want more. I want more. You know what I want? I want the Nordschleife. Next week, European Sprint Series, 1900 GMT. Raidillon TV gives you the Nordschleife here for the ESS. Until then, I have been Craig King.
And myself, I have been Robert O'Brien, the most excellent mistakey of this race. I've just been making so many mistakes.
And we're so professional because this is Raidillon TV. The only corner you need.